Welcome to the ONS podcast with your host, Linnea Jacobson.
Good morning or afternoon. It is the ONS podcast brought to you by our partners at Face to Face Academy. For those who are tuning in for the first time, ONS stands for Office of Neighborhood Safety. I'm your host, Linnea Jacobson, and I'm part of the ONS team. This podcast was created for departments like ours and community organizations to connect you to alternative public safety measures, programs, and your local growth and healing opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, with us today we have Fartun Osman from Girls Rock. Girls Rock is a sport influence program that encourages our Somali female youth to explore the world of sports. This program was created in 2004 to inspire, educate, build confidence and leadership skills, all while creating safe spaces. With us, we have program creator and director Fartun Osman, who is a former Somali national basketball player and runner. After immigrating to Minnesota in the 90s, Fartun noticed the barriers young females, and more particularly Muslim females, face in athletics and decided to become an advocate for their inclusion. So, welcome, Fartun. I'm going to ask you some icebreaker questions, and you just answer them however you think. Okay. Yeah. So, exercise in the morning before work, or would you rather exercise in the evening before dinner?
Before work.
Before work? Okay. You're an early bird?
Yes.
What time do you wake up?
I wake up prayer time around 5.
Okay.
So
that's typical mom time,
yes,
right? All we need is about 6.5, 7 hours.
Yes.
Okay. Name one cosmetic you won't leave home without.
That's... I don't wear cosmetics.
Chapstick?
Yeah, chapstick, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chapstick, yeah.
Okay. I'm like, the one thing that I won't leave home without is my eyebrows, because my eyebrows are really thin, so I always fill them in and darken them. And I'll leave the house without mascara, anything, but not my eyebrows. I got my eyebrows on. Okay. One more. Favorite late night snack?
I don't eat late night snack, but if I want a late night snack, it's going to be a smoothie.
A smoothie?
Yes.
Okay. And also sitting next to Fartun, we have Samaya. Hi, Samaya. Welcome.
Hi.
Samaya is one of the athletes that participates in girls basketball. Samaya, how old are you?
I'm 16.
Okay. Well, welcome. I got some questions for you, too.
Mm-hmm.
Headphones or speakers?
Like actual speakers?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Headphones.
You just made me feel so old. You cannot. Like actual speakers? Okay. iTunes or Spotify? Spotify? Okay. Yeah, that's like the new thing. I guess, is iTunes getting old now or
It's
something?
old.
Oh my gosh, because every time my kid gets in the car, he like takes my phone and Bluetooths it and then turns it to Spotify. And I'm like, I hardly ever use Spotify, only for like podcasts. But that's what you guys listen to now.
Yeah.
Okay. You just made me feel really, really old.
Mostly
Okay.
Apple Music though.
Okay. I guess what I'm referring to is Apple, right? Because iTunes is now Apple. Oh my gosh, I really just aged myself. Okay, Apple Music used to be called iTunes. So, okay. Probably before you were born. Okay, who's your favorite music artist?
Ariana.
You like Ariana Grande? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I have a question for you, scenario, okay? You call into the radio and win 2 tickets to see Ariana Grande. The station manager needs to know who you're going to bring as your guest, and they need to know in the next 10 seconds because they have to jump off the phone to answer the other calls. Who are you bringing?
My best friend.
Who's your best friend?
My sister, Sabrine.
Okay. So now when she hears this, she'll know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's jump right into these questions. Who is Girls Rock?
Girl Rock is an organization help out the Muslim girls to navigate sports.
Where are you guys centrally located?
St. Paul, Minnesota. Jimmy Lee Rec Center.
Jimmy Lee Rec Center? Okay. So what age and population are you guys serving?
The age group is 7 years old to 18 years old. Okay. And the population is the African girls.
Okay.
Muslim girls in particular.
So tell us, Fartun, how you got started?
I got started 2004. The reason I started was a lack of the opportunity East African girls has, especially Muslim girls, because the barriers they had, they wearing their hijab, they new immigrant to the country, especially Minnesota. And some of them, they're born here, but still their background, they're from Somali, East Africa, or Ethiopia, Oromo.
So one of the things that I know you had mentioned is you mentioned what it was like for Somali girls in Somalia versus in America as far as the difference in allowing them to play sports. So can you talk a little bit more about that, like the whole thing with education and stuff like that?
When we are in Somalia, like me, I'm the founder of Girl Rocks organization. When I was in Somalia, I was in a basketball player and track and field. But when I was young, I was loved to play soccer. But we didn't have soccer opportunity for young girls. The only boys play. Even today, it's my man was why we didn't allow to play soccer. And then there was one thing, you can have access to it. You can make your own ball, you can play backyard, you can play in the street. So you don't need a lot equipment. Like basketball, you need the hoops, you need the court, you need indoor, those kind of stuff. But the boys always they play, and the girls, we don't have nothing. Only thing we have for jump rope. So when I come here in USA, there's still young girls, Muslim girls, they still love playing soccer. But they didn't have still didn't have the opportunity to play for soccer for anybody, for whatever. If they go to rugby league, they're going to be paying money, or they will say, you're not going to play because you're wearing the hijab. So that's the reason I started Girl Rocks, to give the opportunity to Muslim girls to play sports, wear their hijab.
That's awesome. Where did your passion from this work come from?
This passion come for my father. He always helped other people because he grew up orphan. When he was young, his parents died. So he realized when he grew up, helping people make him happy because he knows he grew up without no parent. And I've seen that helping the neighbor if they need food, if they need go back to school, he will give them clothing, everything. And I used to say, why he helping them out? Because I was a kid, I didn't understand that.
Right, you're not trying to share him.
Yeah,
right.
Okay, why he doing that? But I think it come from him, because seeing him helping the others before himself and thinking about others, whatever he wants to do, will say, hey, I will check my neighbor if they eat or not. So I think that passion come from my dad.
Yeah, put a fire in you to help other people.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the thing about parents. They are an example, right?
Yes.
We look at them and watch how they move and watch what they do, and that's what inspires us to do and be who we are as people, and then as parents too. So I'm glad you had that inspiration. What are some of the sports events that you host annually?
Usually we host the camps, and also we host the Somali Week tournament last year in St. Paul, which we bring 2 teams. And this year we can host it again in Central High School. It's going to be June 22 until July 2nd.
Okay.
So the kids will be coming from outside the U.S.
Oh,
and
okay.
some of them, the other states like Seattle.
So it's a big thing.
It's big thing because we celebrate Somali Independence Day.
Okay.
So we're teaching our kids our heritage and where we come from, and continue to celebrate our independence.
Beautiful. Tell us what makes our young women in St. Paul who are involved in sports special.
The young girls in Paul special because sports, the young girls, especially the sport teaching life lesson to do the education, sports. So sport teach value life lesson about winning or losing, teamwork, hard work, independence, those kind of stuff.
So it kind of prepares them for real life.
Yes.
Right. What do you do to prepare your girls for the whole traveling thing when you're going to different states or different cities in greater Minnesota that don't have Black and brown people that look like us, because that's huge. You got these young girls and they haven't been exposed to like that magnitude of racism and they may not be welcomed, like what do you do to prepare them for that?
You know, stuff. We went to Wisconsin and we have that experience with those young girls. Then I realized this is real. Then what I did was, whatever we go in travel team, if we go into somewhere was outside Minnesota or inside of Minnesota, and they have people who was just judging you, who you are, how you look like, what you doing here, those kind of stuff. We realized that I'm not going there until I call the coaches, do my research.
Right.
You know, it's how many Muslim girls live there, how many brown girls live there, did they participate in the sport.
Right.
And which was hit me hard because I didn't come from a country like that, where you question wherever you want to go. Maybe you can be a kill, or you can be judged who you are, who you look like. If you are African American, if you are Muslim girl, Somali, those kind of stuff. I wasn't experienced before.
Right.
But when I experienced for Wisconsin, my team, what happened to them, then I say, listen, every time I'm living in the same ball area or Twin City, I have to research.
Right. Yeah.
What school we playing with them? Did they have a brown girls playing their team? Did they accept a Muslim girl who wearing their hijab?
Yeah.
Those kind of stuff. So I have to prepare. I'm not going just to play.
Right.
Sporty.
Just walking in blind.
Yeah, you never know. Then we can walk to the 7-Eleven, grabbing our water or drink.
Right. You don't want to have bad interactions with people.
And right away, people will tell you go back home.
Yeah.
It happened to us when we in St. Paul, where we live, where we grew, our kids grew up, where they go to school. It happened to us when we play in the park rack. When our girls win the game, they will tell them, go back home, where you come from. So imagine going to somewhere outside the St. Paul.
Can you recap the story? Because I want the audience to know what happened when you got into traveling and you said that you guys went to Wisconsin. Can you just recap the story?
Yeah, I had a team for 24 young girls, was Muslim girls wearing the hijab. We went to Wisconsin for playing soccer. The team we were supposed to be against, when they see us, they call the cops on us. The cop come and they say, what's the problem? And they say, the problem is these girls who come show up our facility, they want to kill us. They are Muslim, they kill people, they explode buildings, they explode schools, those kind of stuff.
And this was right after 9/11.
Then right after 9/11. And our young girl was confused because most of them, they're born here, USA. They never see Somali and back home.
Yeah.
And they was shocked to hear that because they think they're American as everybody else.
They are.
And they realize they're not American because people, they were labeled, how they dress, the color of their skin, and the sport they play in. They never saw Muslim girl playing sport with their hijab, those kind of stuff. And they realize, and the cops say, hey, this is your bonnet. They're not going to kill you. This is a team. They want what you guys want. So we beat the team 2-0. The young girl, we visit their home with the other team using the hand kashtar as a gun, shooting my girls in the face.
So they formed their hands like a gun
Yeah.
and in the picture and was posing like they were shooting.
Yes. So it's like heartbroken because these young girls have parents. Maybe they learn that from their homes, or they see media exposing a different culture and different religion, labeling them they are terrorists and they killers, which was not.
Samaya, so tell me what your favorite sport is. So I know you're playing basketball, right?
I play basketball and soccer, but I like basketball better.
I like basketball. What is it about basketball that you like?
My teammates,
Tell me more about that, your teammates.
they know how to share. Like, they don't hog the ball. Like some people do.
Yeah.
They're like cool. So like it makes it better. And you're playing with your friends. You're not playing with random people.
Right. So there's like a sisterhood.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's awesome. How long have you been playing?
Since I was in 4th grade.
In 4th grade, so about 9.
9 years.
Are you any good?
I got better.
Tell the truth. Were your parents supportive of you playing sports? They were?
Yeah. They wouldn't let me go with anybody else.
Right.
But Coach Fartun.
Right. Okay. Because they knew she had your best interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually did try to like go with other teams. But then I would always get declined.
Okay.
Because I wasn't going to fit in, you know? Because
Yeah.
of my hijab and my scarf.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Do you think that there's going to be a time where this will change across high schools? Like, so I may be out of touch. I don't know if high schools have changed their policies so that Muslim girls can play with their hijabs on. So do you think there is going to come a time, like you're in high school, so let me know, like, is that changing?
it's changing a little bit. It's
Just a
getting
little
better. Like,
Okay.
it's getting better. It's not as bad as it used to be. Like if you wasn't in hijab, you're not playing at all. That's how it used to be. It got better, a lot better.
Yeah. Okay.
Now it's like, okay, cool, play.
So that's something, is that something that makes you want to advocate for that? Just policy change, like the districts should be, especially St. Paul, because St. Paul, we have a large Muslim population. As far as sports goes, that should be something that isn't even a factor anymore. That shouldn't affect anyone being able to
should
play.
not.
Yeah. So I think that's something that you should think about. You know, you're 16 and you're growing up and you're getting to a place and space where you can say what you want and what you don't want. You know what I mean? You can say what we need to do better and accept everybody and change. So that's something you should think about, you know?
Yeah.
I've always been the type of person where I was never like an activist, where I would be outside and with my signs and with my hands held, you know, and my voice loud. But I've always been the person who still wanted to advocate for change, but go into like the politics or the policy way. You know what I mean? So there's a softer way to do it where you want it on paper that is being changed. And then there's also the way to do it where you want where your voice is loud, right?
Yeah.
So that's something to think about.
I think it got a lot better though.
Good.
Like
Good.
back then, they like when you go to the YCA
Yeah.
to play basketball, like people will look at you weird, like who's this girl with the scarf? But now it's like, okay, cool, play with us. So, like, 'cause it got better. Everybody realized like we're normal people with scarves.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, praise God, because we need some change.
we do.
So, Fartun, what kind of life skills do you provide that keep our girls safe and equipped for today's stressors?
We build their confidence and we inspire them. Young women who excel in sports can be served as role model for other girls in their team. So like they be captains, they helping out, so each other. So we teach them like help each other and be sportsmanship and have their confidence all the time.
Yeah, confidence is key.
On the court and off the court.
That's right, because confidence is what's going to get behind them when they want to make decisions and when they want to trust their gut or when they want to say no,
Yeah.
right? What events do you guys have going on this summer? And can parents still sign their kids up, or how will they sign their kids up in the future?
This summer we have a 3-3 basketball, and also we have a soccer, futsal soccer, 5-on-5, and also we have outdoor soccer, 7v7. It's going to be all hosted in Jimmy Lee.
Okay. And then how long does it go?
It's going to go until the school opens September. It's
Okay.
like April all the way September. And they can find us in Jimmy Lee.
Okay. Sign up at Jimmy Lee.
Yeah.
So I know we're running out of time, but I still have just a few more questions. I can't let you get out of here without telling us about the sports that you're running for young men as well, because a little birdie told me, aka Yasmin, that you do have sports for young men too as well. And I think that it's important to talk about that because we do know that sports helps young men stay occupied and helps them as well stay healthy and help build their self-confidence and keep them in safe spaces so that they're not distracted by some of the things that we have going on in our neighborhood that may be negative. So tell us quickly about your boys' sports as well.
The reason we started for the girls was the girls they didn't have opportunity.
Right.
But when we started these young girls, today the girls we started since 2004. Today they are lawyers, they're doctors,
Right.
they're teachers. They're giving back their community. Some of them they cops, all this stuff. I realized after George Floyd died, there's so many young African American or Somali or Muslim, they experienced the violence over the community. They cannot trust the police, those kind of stuff. And our kids, they need a safe place, to hang out or play basketball, to play soccer. Then I realized, I help more than 1,000 young girls to succeed. So what about our boys? So our community today, they have the drugs issue, they have a violence issue, they have so many stuff going on. We have homelessness for young youth, especially under 18, drop up high school. And then I say, you know what? Maybe you help these girls, but the boys too, they need you.
Right.
So that's where we started in basketball for the boys, and also soccer, and then swimming for them. So blessed they can hang out. So now we're coaching the boys 8 years old all the way to 24 years old.
Oh, wow.
So, and then we're giving them opportunity to coach. We're giving them opportunity to be a licensed coaches, to be go back to school, opportunity for work, those kind of stuff. Not only we sit down, so we want to help our kids. What I realized was our parents going to 8 in the morning to 5 o'clock for work.
Right.
Our kids, the school down to 2:30.
Yeah.
So the gap for 2 hour or 3 hour gap, the parents coming back from school, we realized our boys, they were in the street. They cannot go back on rocks without their parent. They will kick them out. Or they will say, are you under 15? Come up with your parent. Where the parent come from?
Right.
And they don't have no daycare. They don't have place to go. So what they can have?
Right.
The kids, they were in the street. So they can be into the gang or into the drugs. Then when I said, those 2 hours making different, or those 3 hours. If they get a homework help after school and then playing basketball, then parents show up 6 o'clock, they can pick up their kids. So we started volunteer work, make sure our kids, they're not going to go to the hand to the gang or hand to the drugs or hand to the street.
Amen, Fartun.
And what we need was our leaders and symbol leaders, Minnesota leaders, realize those gap is critical.
Right.
So our kids, that's the reason you see the violence every day. I used to live in the Skyline. Now I live in Woodbury, but I used to live in Skyline. Central High School, when 2:30, where the kids can go. All the kids, 4,000 kids, they cannot go play high school sports. There will be tryout. They can pick up 20 kids for soccer, 12 kids, 15 kids for varsity team for basketball. Maybe JV 15. Overall, it's not even 100. So 4,000 kids, where do they go?
Right.
So that problem is not only our youth, it's our adult, our leaders to step up to help these young kids. Because when the kids gone, use drugs, it's hard to get
It's hard to get them back. Yep.
But how we prevent before they get drugs in the street.
Right.
So that time we have to have for resource for after school program, basketball. Even what we did was, what I like about Jimmy Lee was, what we did was basketball league for the high schooler. The kids who didn't make the varsity team. So they have their own league going on. So you communicate, you're talking to them, you inspire them, say, hey, good job today, this, that. And they becoming friend, family, eat together, those kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So the reason I started for was the violence in our community. And our leader, we need them to step up. And the organization who's doing well, they have the funding.
Right.
Because if we don't have a funding, then we can't help out. We can't create a job opportunity. We can't create leagues. The leagues cost, travel team cost the money, everything. But it's preventable.
Thank you for that. Preventative measures, that's where it's at. So what are your goals for the young ladies in St. Paul going forward?
My goal was a young lady in St. Paul. We coach to become leaders, their community, to inspire young women in their community, help out for the homelessness, those kind of stuff. Not sports, but help your community.
And Samaya, what are your goals for your coming future with your 16-year-old self?
As a player?
Or a player and outside of playing basketball.
Okay, in player, I want to be like better. I want to get better. Someday join the NBA.
Okay, WNBA. Okay.
Outside in the future, probably be like work, school.
What do you want to be when you grow up? We'll be outside. So you got to have a backup plan. So after the WNBA, what are you going to do? What do you want to be?
A nurse.
You want to be a nurse? Okay. And what's your goal for your team, your basketball team?
We want to keep going until we reach our goal, which is be part of one of the NBAs.
And being the best.
Being the best.
There you have it, folks. The city of St. Paul is working to rehabilitate, intervene, and provide safer neighborhoods. If you'd like to learn more about Girls Rock, on how you can get in touch with Fartun, donate, or sign up your young lady, you can find them on Facebook under Somali Girls Rock, all one word. If you'd like to be more involved in community government, assisting in advisory and recommendations on policies and proposed alternative public safety projects, the Neighborhood Safety Community Council is now accepting applications through August. Please visit us at stpaul.gov/ONS.